on, everybody? Ghost Anime here with another filmmaking school lesson. I hope everybody's having a very good day today. Over here at downtown, just getting some nice footage using my little Steadicam. Today's lesson is called bokeh. If you don't know what bokeh is, that's pretty much the focal length. That little blurry background, you ever seen movies, pictures with the background is just so blurry and out of focus that you can't see it, but whatever you're looking at is good, it's all good. Well, that is bokeh. Now this I already knew, so the lesson said take 50 pictures, but if you notice any of my old photos that I already did, I was already doing that. I was making that very blurry background with the flashlights, and only the picture was actually in focus. I was already doing that. Well, how do you get that bokeh? How do you get that little fuzziness in the background? Well, that is all due to the focal length. The focal length is actually part of your lens. The smaller focal length you have on the actual lens, the better your background blur is going to be, or any kind of blur, forward blur, what doesn't matter, just whatever the blur effect is. Focus depth, or bokeh, as a lot of people actually say, is a personal preference. Me, I don't like it so much in the videography kind of stuff. I mean, I know where the place is and how it's used, but as you can see in my footage right here, it's all very in focus. Everything is kind of in focus. I could change that though, and I'll show you here. I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. I'm using a kit lens. It's 18 to 55 millimeter lens. I got the image stabilizer on. I have my iOS setting at 100. I have a shutter speed of 50, and my aperture is set to 22. I had that aperture set up really high. The higher the aperture, the more everything is in focus. Now I'm going to change that aperture all the way down to 3.5. Now, as you can tell, everything is really bright, right? That's because when you let in, let's get that back out. Now, the reason why everything is all blown out is because when I had it set down to 3.5, I had that lens wide open. Mechanics inside of it, letting the amount of light go in. I had it was all the way open. When I have it to 22, I have it very small, so there's very little light going in through the lens and into the camera, which is why everything is darker. Now, if I really wanted to get a good picture at a very small aperture, very small aperture, I would need to buy those little things that go over your lens. I can't remember what the damn things are called right now, so look it up. Polarizers and things like that. You need to put those in front of your lens if you want to make it darker in this bright environment right now. I'm going to put the shutter speed very high, and that will also make everything darker, but I'm going to put that aperture very low. Aperture is going all the way back down to 3.5, 100 for the shutter speed, 160, 250, 320, 400, 1250. Okay, I'm going to leave it at an 800 right here, and I'll show you what I mean right here. You can see how some things can become blurry and some things don't. Some things become in focus and other things don't. And that's all it does. Let's try this with a different lens. Okay, now I'm shooting with a 50mm lens, but on my little crop sensor camera, my little Rebel T5i, that's like 1.6 times, so it's more like an 85mm lens. That's just how they work. That's the difference between full body cameras and, frame, crop sensor cameras like this one. You can see everything is in frame right here. And this 50mm lens can actually go all the way down to 1.8. Just with that shutter speed all the way up. 1250. And as you see how everything's blurry right here. That in focus. Now you see the actual fountain. And that is bokeh right there, that blurry background. And I can do the exact opposite too. Hold on a second. Now as you can see, the background, the building in the background is actually in focus, but the fountain, and that is bokeh. Well, that's going to be it for this video. I hope everybody liked it. I hope it was informative and that you were all able to learn a little something. And like I said, check out the description and to learn a little bit more if you're interested. And I will be talking to you guys later. Have a nice day, ride safe, and live the dream.